A very good evening once again and a very warm welcome here on RwandaTV News with me, Ethan Tashebia. Let's kick it off from here in Rwanda. President Paul Kagame has urged Rwandans to remain strong in the face of the consequences that the country is enduring because of the coronavirus pandemic. Because the situation, he said that the situation cannot recover as fast as everyone wants. While presiding over the swearing-in ceremony of 6 new senators, the head of state urged everyone to work with determination so that the country progresses further towards the vision it has set itself towards. The 6 senators sworn in on this Thursday are Professor Dusingizemungu Jean-Pierre, Kanziza Epiphany, Twahirwa Andre, and Yvonne Uwizeyimana, appointed by the President of the Republic, and Alexis Mugisha and Mukakarongo Clotilde, elected by the National Consultative Forum of Political Organizations. During the swearing-in ceremony, President Paul Kagame underlined that the leadership of Rwanda is firm on the principle that every Rwandan has the opportunity to play in the governance of their country without any exclusion.
Twifuza ko abanyarwanda bose aho baturuka aho ko bateye.
We want all Rwandans, irrespective of their origins and beliefs, to have a voice. They have the right to be represented and enjoy freedom of expression so that their specific issues can be heard. I believe that they bring to the Senate new blood, experience, and diverse skills to help move forward our journey of rebuilding this country at the right pace. Senators Kanziza Epiphany, Professor Dusingizemungu Jean-Pierre, and Mukakarongo Clotilde stress that they are ready to take on the new challenge, embrace the national vision, and fulfill their responsibilities. It is the good governance that characterizes our country. It is the good governance that characterizes the leaders of our country, that all Rwandans should feel like Rwandans and serve our country willingly. I understand the responsibilities at hand, striving for the unity of Rwandans, doing what one can to make the country prosperous. I think we will continue to reach out to others and to work together to make this country a great country, a developed country, a country that people want to live in, a country that Rwandans want their children to inherit. I feel that in collaboration with my colleagues, I'll carry out my duties as per my oath in accordance with the responsibilities of the Senate, including representing the people, legislation, and overseeing the implementation of the fundamental principles of the Constitution. While speaking about COVID-19, the head of state noted that there was nothing the government wasn't doing to address the consequences. He mentioned about the recent public dissatisfaction on new public transport fares announced by the Rwanda Utility Regulatory Authority (RURA) on the 14th of this month, which were later revised downwards. Here, President Paul Kagame pointed out that while this is a real problem, the steps that have been taken are positive, urging everyone to be patient while looking for ways to get back to normal life.
Ntacyo tudakora, ntacyo tutagerageza kugira ngo tugabanye ingaruka z'ibyo bibazo ariko
we are doing everything possible within our means to mitigate the consequences of this pandemic. But the solution to these challenges don't come as fast as we wish. It requires perseverance. As we continue to recover from the effects of this pandemic, not everything gets back to normal instantly. But on the other hand, it means that we are taking a step in the right direction. We've come from a point where no one was allowed to move from their home. We have progressed to resuming public transport, but with some difficulty. We'll find a solution, but that is easier than sitting at home with nowhere to go. 6 senators sworn in on Thursday will replace 6 others who have completed their terms, including Professor Karangwa Krezorog, Karimba Zerfani, Wimana Konsole, and Nyagahura Margaret, who had been appointed by President Paul Kagame in the second term of the Senate, as well as Uwisenga Shar and Mukakarisa Jean d'Arc, elected through the National Consultative Forum of Political Organizations. Away from Parliament, President Paul Kagame this Thursday participated in a media coordination meeting of the African Union Regional Economic Committees and the regional mechanisms. The meeting was attended by the current African Union chairperson, President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa, and Musa Faki Mahamat, the chair of the African Union Commission, among other leaders. The head of state observed that the East African community continues to make good progress in implementing the single customs territory and the common market protocol. He noted that numerous non-tariff barriers have been eliminated and 13 one-stop border posts are operational in the community, including one linking Tanzania and Zambia. President Kagame said that the past year also saw the launch of a major effort to produce harmonized, high-quality statistics for the East African region and the regional electronic tracking system for truck drivers, which is now operational to allow for the mutual recognition of testing certificates issued by the partner states. The head of state stated that called for empowering the regional economic communities as a key element for mobilizing resources and avoiding duplicates of efforts.
We cannot afford to continue with the business as usual. The process to redefine the African Europe or African Asia or African China or African Russia relationship is one example among other areas of the world. It starts at the regional level and builds to the continent as a whole. Mr. Chairman, I wanted to join President of Chad, my brother President Deby, in support of Musa Faki, who has come back as a candidate for the next running of the chairperson of our African Union Commission. Also in support of Dr. Ngozi as a candidate for the Director General of the World Trade Organization.
Away from that, President Kagame also participated in the UNESCO Global Education Meeting alongside President Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of Ghana, Erna Solberg, the Prime Minister of Norway, who are co-chairs of the SDG Advocated Group, and the UNESCO Director General Audrey Azoulay. In his address, President Paul Kagame noted that this meeting was an important and timely consultation as the world prepares to reopen schools for students following a long spell of closure to contain the spread of COVID-19.
The priority actions outlined by UNESCO cover the key areas requiring our urgent attention. Ensuring the health and safety of learners is paramount. The stakes are very high for African countries, where the youth population is growing. This means finding creative ways to not only protect education financing, but also increase it. In Rwanda, we are counting on close collaboration between national stakeholders, including clear communication with citizens to help us stay focused on achieving the sustainable development goals.
The head of state has observed that international cooperation with UNESCO, the African Union, and other global partners is an important part of the effort towards building an education system for the future. Moving on, while some citizens are complaining about service delivery in some of the grassroots entities, experts in governance matters say that the authorities must maintain the trust they have been given to connect them with their subordinates in order for the service delivery and governance to be successful. Innocent Mugabo has more.
Though some residents are happy with the service delivery at the grassroots level due to the technology that started being introduced, there are also those who criticize some of the services and complain about some of the local authorities that make decisions without the involvement of the public as the main beneficiaries. There are also those who say that they are often pushed back and forth while seeking some services due to absenteeism. The community wants this changed to improve governance and service delivery. In terms of local services, I see it as good as 70%, but 30% are those who are satisfied. There was a problem here at the taxi park where local security debt collectors came and closed all businesses with a debt. So this made them to complain because that was where they had to raise that money to pay the debt. What I disagree with them is refusing to hear us out or even advise us. The service they give us sometimes doesn't satisfy us because right now they might find you that you don't have a cell phone. For example, they won't tell you that they will find you with it next time. They will just take you to the sector to lock you up. Like me, I had a restaurant. They came and closed it and didn't tell me the problem I had. We wondered why they didn't even warn us if there was what we didn't meet. They just come and close your business and leave you in losses. At the cell, we usually fail to find the cell executive secretaries. Sometimes they tell you they have gone for meetings or to the field. You end up wasting your time coming back and forth. When it comes to evacuation of people from high-risk zones, it has not been fully achieved since they have only concentrated on those in wetlands, leaving out those on slopey areas. Umngari Pauline, the district's executive administrator, says that land services and community development are among the reasons why some residents are dissatisfied. When the master plan of the city of Kigali was being prepared, we found that some people wanted to build in chaos, and whenever we would try to prevent them, they would treat it as if we were giving bad service. The second thing is that we delayed in providing go-ahead documents to anyone that wanted to build since the master plan wasn't out yet. The other time is during the evacuation period of those in wetlands, of which we suspect the population wasn't happy with at all. Dr. Safari Kambanda, an expert in governance matters, finds that leaders should always be close to the people in order to maintain the trust they have been given in the service and the consensus that has been implemented. The main task is to bring confidence to those in charge so that the trust can help him or her become a better fit for them in the performance expected of him or her. He must not seek to be found. It is him to meet them and exchange ideas, meet their goals, and interact for the betterment of the country. I often see that when this is not done, the people who do not know their leaders are always back and forth, not even knowing when they have arrived. A recent report by Rwanda Governance Board for 2019-2020, which has recently been tabled by both parties, ranked Gasabo district as the last in 30 districts in terms of public access to governance and service delivery. Rulindo district came in the first place with 79.1% points, and the latter came in the last with 63.9 points. Innocent Mugabo, RTV News.
Thank you, Innocent, for that report. Now, as the Ministry of Education says that a school feeding program intends to eliminate the existing inequalities in schools, some parents are happy with that, but are also concerned about the challenge that the implementation of this decision might not go as well as planned. Innocent Mugabo has more.
Education Minister Dr. Uwamaria Valentine says the decision to provide meals to all children at school is part of the plan to eliminate inequalities in the program. It is the government's decision that all children should have school meals from kindergarten to high school. And in the process of feeding all the children in school, we used to look at feeding only those in high school, leaving out those at the lower level just because they are at school half of the day. Now even in elementary schools, from the 4th year onwards, they have to study all day, which means they also have to take lunch at school. Parents are also happy with the plan. This government program helped us a lot since our children used to take long distances returning home for lunch. We are happy with the program so much that it made it easier for me to wake up in the morning and go to work, not having to worry about coming back to cook for my kids. Dr. Ndayambaje Irene, the Director General of Rwanda Education Board RAB, confirms that this program will be of great use and productive to the sector. This program was already in high school, and it seems to have produced a high school attendance rate when it immediately took the line, and we decided that if we implemented it nationwide, it is more likely to extend its benefits to the rest of the children, making teachers more effective. Some parents expressed worry concerning the program, saying those with many children are more likely to face a challenge when it comes to paying for all the children at the same time. It is expected that on November 2nd this year, which is when the first students will start their second-term classes, and immediately will start this school lunch program.
Well, on behalf of the entire news team, many thanks for your company tonight. Stay well and stay safe. Have a good night and a lovely rest of the week. I'm RwandaTV. Bye for now.